I'll be with you.
Hey, Shalom, Shalom. First of all, giving all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Hamashiach, Yahweh Shai. And my name is Ariyah.
Brother Tazawan.
Brother Hashaya, Shalom.
And Shalom, man. And we know how it get, man, in the last days, right? Babylon back on your back, right? You working, going through the thing. So, hey, man, so we had to come with this little quick lesson, man, right? This little Monday munch, man. We're gonna call it the Monday munch, right? Because you just got done with the Shabbat. Now you're a little hungry, spirit a little drained. So hey man, we're gonna come and let y'all know, man, don't get weary in this thing, man. So we're gonna kick it off with the classics. Hey, can you give me a book of Galatians chapter 6, verse 9? Baba
Uh,
Kasha.
Book of Galatians, chapter 6, and verse 9. And it reads, and let us not be weary in well doing.
What'd he say?
And let us not be weary in well doing. For in due season we shall reap if we faint not.
Hey, so we can't faint, man. He said we will reap in due season if we faint not. And I know everybody trying to reap that harvest, man. Right? Everybody trying to reap that job well done, right?
Con.
Like in second Esdras, right? He said, "Who is that standing higher in stature over all the people who give them crowns?" Right? Because ain't none of us doing it for the fun and love of just doing it,
Nope.
right? We all wholeheartedly in this thing, man. Loving
Con.
our brothers, love our sisters, right? Trying to get in that thing, man. Right, so let's pull another precept, King. Let's go to Hebrews chapter 12 and verse 1, man.
Con.
Because we can't get weary, man. Right? So-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, you got to pull it together, man, because we are the biblical Israelites that the Bible speaks of. That's why when you start looking at what we go through, man, it gets real nasty, man. Right? Go ahead, King.
Book of Hebrews, chapter 12, verse 1.
Right?
Wherefore, seeing we also are compassed about with so great a cloud of witnesses, let us lay aside every weight.
And he said, let us lay aside every weight, because we know when you start carrying too much weight, right, that yoke get heavy, man. Right? Go ahead.
And the sin which doeth so easily beset us,
Right?
and let us run with patience
Hey, we got to run with patience, Doc. We can't damn try to be like the Olympic runner, right? No, we got to
uh-uh,
run with patience, slow and easy, man. Go ahead.
the race that is set before us, looking unto Yahweh Shah, the author and finisher
Right?
of, of our faith,
Mm. Go ahead.
who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross.
What did he just do?
The who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross.
Right? Because we always say, right, that he's our big brother is the perfect example. So if our big
Con.
brother is the perfect example and he endured the cross, then what do we think we got to do?
The same exact thing.
Come on, King. Go ahead.
Despising the shame.
So we should despise the shame of being weary, man. Right? Because, hey, look, we all say we tired, right? We work 12-hour days, we work 10-hour days, we work 9-hour days. But just imagine Yahweh Shai, man, he ain't have no home to go to, nor did he have anything. He walked from town to town, rode on donkeys from town to town, camels from town to town. And every town he went to a town, right, his life was on the line. Go ahead.
And is set down at the right hand of the throne of Yahweh.
Right? Go ahead.
For consider him that endureth such contradiction of sinners against himself, lest ye be wearied and faint in your minds.
Be weary and faint in your minds, man. Right? So don't be weary and faint in your mind, man. Because being weary and faint in your mind can have detrimental consequences, man. Right? Hey,
That's
watch
right.
this. Go ahead and give me 2 Timothy
Oh,
chapter 2,
okay.
verse 1. And if y'all got any precepts, man, go ahead and bring it out, Kings. But you
Yeah, I got
already
one.
know, man, because we got to endure this thing, man. I know sometimes it get
I know
hard.
that's something.
Babylon the wicked, right? Be doing what it do. But at the end of the day, we gotta continue to press on. You got a precept, brother Shy?
Bring that out. What you bringing out, and I come in next.
All right, Con. 2 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 1 through 5.
This is the book of Second Timothy, chapter 2, verse 1, and it reads, Thou therefore, my son, be strong in the grace that is in Hamashiach Yahushai, and the things that thou hast heard of me among many witnesses, the same commit thou to faithful men, who shall be able to teach others also.
So, hey, especially if the Most High done brought you in as a teacher, right? If he's brought you in as a teacher, hey, you really can't think. He said, hey, you're not worthy to be my disciple if you put your hand on that plow and take it off, paraphrasing. So you got to continue to teach, continue to endure this thing, continue to go on and press. Go ahead, King.
Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahushua Hamashiach.
Right?
No man that worth entangleth himself with the affairs of this life,
You can't be carnal, man. Go ahead.
that he may please him who has chosen him to be a soldier.
So you didn't
And
choose him,
Salakia
he
King,
chose
hold up.
you. Go ahead,
Con
King.
and Salakia, bring that part one back. He what, King? Bring that part one back one more time.
Verse 4. No man that worth entangleth himself with the affairs of this life, that he may please him who has chosen him to be a soldier.
And that's the thing, man. Like the brother, that beautiful precept, because hey, we gotta please the Most High, the one that chose us to do this. Hey, listen, we got the best. I say this all the time. We got the best job in the world.
Ah,
You know what I'm saying? The best job in the world is being able to go on the streets and teach our people who they are according to the Lord's statutes and commandments. We actually got the best job in the world. You
ah,
understand what I'm saying? And we have to endure this thing. It's hard. You know what I'm saying? But we got to endure. You know, we always get people that call us and or talk to us and be like, man, this is hard, man. You know, my mom don't want to talk to me no more. My wife left me. You know, all these things, man, and that's called endure. You have to endure all those things because you're not
ah,
when the Most High call you out of the world. Hey, everybody gonna hate you because they all part of this world.
ah.
They don't even understand the things that's not of this world. But go ahead, King.
Verse 5. And if a man also strive for masteries, yet is he not crowned, except he strive lawfully.
Hey, what
Yeah.
is it? Read that last part. That's my favorite part of it.
Verse 5. And it reads, And if a man also strive for
So
masteries,
if you're trying to master this walk, right? Go ahead.
yet is he not crowned, except he strive lawfully.
So that goes back into everybody that say that the law's been done away with. How can you be crowned if you're not striving lawfully? That's the book, man. Right?
Right?
We look at
Ah,
the word Torah. Torah, if you look up the definition Torah, it literally means instructions, man. It means law, but it also means instructions, right? So it's the law of instructions, man. So
That's
how
right.
can you strive in this thing and you're not striving lawfully? But go ahead, King.
ah,
Come on, come on. I'm gonna bring out James 1, and I'm gonna start at 2. All right,
ah.
James chapter. You wanna read it, King? All
Yeah,
right,
I'll
I'm gonna
read
break
it.
it down. Go ahead, King.
This book of James, chapter 1 and
Yep,
verse 2.
yep. Keep going down.
This is the book of James, chapter 1, verse 2, and it reads, My brethren, count it all joy when
So
ye
he said,
fall.
my what, King?
He said, My brethren,
Matter of fact,
count
go
it.
to one real quick. Let's find out who we talking to real quick. Salaki, King.
Book of James, chapter 1, verse 1, and it reads, James, a servant of Yahweh and of the Lord Yahweh Shah Hamashiach, to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad, and greeting.
Right, right. You see that? So we talking to these are the brethren. My brethren is the 12 tribes. So I just want to bring that out, which are scattered, right? Go
Scattered.
ahead, King.
Khan,
And that's who we're trying to reach. We're trying to
Khan,
reach, we're teaching, we're pronouncing this truth in the midst of the Gentiles to teach the elect. of the Most
Con,
High, which are the children of Israel, because we were scattered among them, right? According to what's that? Tobit 13:3 or Judith? What's
con.
that? Con.
It's in Tobit. Yeah, I know what you're
Tobit.
talking about.
Tobit. Con. Go ahead, King.
Verse 2, my brethren, count it all joy when ye fall into diverse temptations.
So I'm talking to my people, right? The people that God gave the Lord statutes and commandments to, the Israelites, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. The Most High God said, "Count it all joy when you fall into diverse temptations." Go ahead, King.
Knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience.
Okay, the trying of your faith worketh patience. Right? Go ahead, King.
But let patience have her perfect work.
Right? Because listen, it says, "But let patience have her perfect work." Hey, look, if your patience, what's the perfect work? No matter what you go through, you still keep the commandments.
Uh,
So let your patience have her perfect work. Go ahead.
Slacky. And then that ye may be perfect, entire, wanting nothing.
More than nothing. You hear that? Keep going, King.
Verse 5, if any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of Yahweh that giveth to all men liberally
Mm-hmm.
and on up brighteth
Upbraideth.
or braideth
Upbraideth. Mm-hmm.
not, and it shall
Uh-huh.
be given him.
Right. You see that? And I'm gonna tell you something. This is the verse that I quoted to the Most High before I got in this truth. And I told him, I said, you wrote this in your script. This was in your scriptures. You had Brother James write this in 1 and 5. It says, if
Uh,
any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of the Most High, that giveth all men liberally and upbraideth not, and it shall be given him. Yeah, I believe this. And all
uh,
praise to the Most High, He woke me up in this truth, and I start understanding His word, man. Hey, listen, that's a beautiful thing. Go ahead, King. That's it.
that was it on that.
Yeah, I yield on that.
Right?
Okay, that was
Hey,
mighty.
Well, actually, you know what? Go to 6 real quick, just to because it. I mean, this can help other people too. Go ahead, King. So
Verse
you had
6,
something to say, though, Aria?
no, go ahead, King.
Go
verse
ahead.
6, let him ask in faith, nothing wavering, for he that wavereth is like a wave of the sea driven with the wind and tossed.
Con, and I remember that. You know what I'm saying? And I say, look, when I said that, I said it's done. You understand what I'm saying? Because I had to have faith in that thing. Hey, I had to say, you know what? The Most High told me to have faith when I say that. Hey, I
Right,
gotta have
con,
faith with it and be patient,
con.
endure. All right, go ahead, King.
Verse 7, for let not that man think that he shall receive anything of the Lord. That was it on that?
Con, just go to that double minded.
Okay, verse 8, a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways.
Con, I just wanted to bring that out extra, but go ahead, King. I'll yield with that.
They're calm, man. Hey, and so, you know, you got to know what you're going through, man. You got to know that when you came into this walk was not going to be easy, man. Matter
Nope.
of fact, we got to go to my classic, man. Give me Sirach chapter 2, verse 1, right?
Con,
Because we knew this was going to happen. We knew this was going to happen. It wasn't like, oh, we came into this thing. Oh, man, I can't believe that I'm going through this. Man, I wish I knew why I'm going through. No, he told us, prepare yourself. If you coming into this thing, prepare yourself for the temptation that you're going to be going through. So if you didn't prepare yourself, then hey, you going through it. You know what I'm saying? And you should know what you're going through. So if you didn't prepare yourself, so go ahead,
this
King.
is the book of Sirach, chapter 2, verse 1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation.
Prepare yourself for temptation. Go ahead.
Set thy heart aright and constantly endure.
And how long?
And constantly endure.
Well, just for a little bit.
And constantly endure.
Go ahead.
And make not haste in time of trouble.
Right?
Cleave unto him and depart not away.
And do what?
Cleave unto him and depart not away.
Right? He said to cleave unto him and depart not away. Don't depart from the Most High when you're going through the worst things that you possibly think that you cannot go through. Right? Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ who strengthened me, right? So
That's
why
right.
would you depart from your strength?
Hey, people use that all the time, but yet
Don't
they say that they can't do that. They can't keep the law,
don't they?
right? But the Bible
Right.
said what? It said, but what you say, King? The Bible said what?
He
I can
says,
do all things, right?
through Christ who strengthened me.
Hmm.
Right?
Mm.
Keep going, watch this.
That thou mayest be increased at thy last end.
And I thought everybody said they wanted to be increased. Everybody want that eternal body. Everybody want that, you know what I'm saying? That everlasting life, right? But then they don't want to go through what they got to go through. They want to try to find that quick way out. Right? Go ahead.
Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully.
I got to be down.
Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully.
Hey, bro, you stay right there, bro. I got to pull out a quick precept, man.
Right?
One of my favorite precepts, man. It's one of my favorite precepts. Right? Deuteronomy 28:47. Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and with gladness of heart, for the abundance of all things,
Mm,
whether it's good or bad. See, that's
mm.
what people mix it up, bro. They keep thinking that everything's got to be good, that everything got to go my way. Oh, I'm keeping the laws, I'm keeping commandments, I'm doing the work, I'm keeping the faith, I'm doing all the pieces that I'm supposed to. It ain't supposed to go well, man. Why? Because watch this. Keep reading, King. I'm gonna find out why it ain't gonna always go that way.
And be patient
And be
when
what?
and be patient when thou art changed to a low estate.
Brother, that's our people problem right there.
That right there, brother.
Come on, bro.
There's still more on that. Hold on. Because the next one is my favorite part.
Come on now.
Verse 5. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. And that's what our people run away from every single day.
Come on, brother.
Adversity. If you look up the word adversity, look it up, King. Let's just look it up for edification purposes.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Look up real quick. Go ahead.
Because adversity, our people can't stand adversity, bro. As soon as there's something bad, because they like a lot of our people now, in the truth, think that, you know, this walk is supposed to get way, way better. Your life is supposed to like dramatically change to like greatness. Like it's every day is gonna be good for you. No. He said,
Can y'all
he
see
said
that?
it's
Can y'all see that?
Yep. You see it, King.
So it said adversity,
Mm-hmm.
difficulties, misfortune, ill luck, bad luck, trouble, difficulty, hardship, stress, disaster, misadventure, suffering, affliction. Brother, come on, man. Come on, brother. I ain't gotta go no more past affliction.
That's
Didn't
done.
get afflicted, brother?
Done. You ain't gonna go no more, King.
I'm done.
I'm telling you, our people can't do it, bro. He said, many are called, but few are chosen, man.
You are chosen,
Right? So let me keep going on that. It's still some meat on that bones. Verse 6. Believe in him, he will.
Hey, and I'm Salaki, and that's the problem, brother. When we run from that adversity, guess what? We don't believe in him.
Yeah, we don't, brother. We don't.
That's why Christ said, "O ye of little faith."
Yep.
O ye of little. Why did he tell the disciples that? Because they didn't have faith, man. And when we run, we don't believe in him. That's faith. Go ahead.
Believe in him, and he will help thee.
So guess what? When you don't have faith in him or you don't believe in him, guess what? He's not going to help thee. It's simple. Scripture simple, bro. Go ahead.
Order thy way aright and trust in him.
You don't believe. When you don't believe in him, guess what? You don't trust in him.
You don't trust in him.
So if you don't trust in him, guess who you trust in? The spiritual demon Satan.
Satan.
Come on, brother.
That's a fact, brother.
And you can end it on this next one because it's from the sum up 7 is completion. Watch this.
Yeah. Ye that fear the Lord. How many people but I'm asking both of y'all, how many people, our people, fear the Lord?
They say they all do.
They all say it, but most of them don't.
Yeah,
The fear of the Lord
yeah,
is what? Keeping his commandments.
Man,
yeah.
But they
so
say
they
it
don't
better
do
ways.
that part. He's talking to the ones that do fear him,
Yeah,
right? And it says what? Wait for his mercy
because he's gonna give you mercy if you really love him. But watch this.
and go not aside,
Unless
yeast
what?
at least you fall.
Hey, because if you're not doing these things, you're gonna fall. Right? Give me John 16 and 33. Watch, because watch. Hey, Hamashiach Yahweh out of his own mouth finna tell you, brother. Hamashiach Yahweh out of his own mouth is finna tell you, brother.
He said John 6.
16 and 33.
Con. It's book of John, chapter 16, verse 33. And it reads.
Wait,
Oh,
let's start at 31. Watch this.
this is the book of John, chapter 16, verse 31, and it reads, Yahushua answered them, do ye now believe?
Do you got faith? That's what he asking. Bro, do you got faith? Do you believe? Watch this.
Behold, the hour cometh, yea, is now come, that ye shall be scattered,
Mm.
every man to his own, and shall leave me alone. And yet I am not alone, because the Father is with me.
Right? He got faith, right? Watch this. Here's the point right here. Here's the point right here. Uh-oh.
These things I have spoken unto you, that in me ye might have peace.
So you got to come back to these scriptures whenever you go through anything, right? Anything, man. Right? Go ahead.
In the world ye shall have tribulation, but be of good cheer. I have overcome the world.
Hey, he said, you are overcome the world, right? So, hey, we got to know that, hey, Yahweh Shai Mashiach have overcome the world, right? So we got to understand that, hey, he already overcome it. All we got to do is just continue to walk in this blueprint, man. Right? Hey, give me the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 12 and verse 9 and 10, man. The classic, man. Right? Because I was talking to the brother Tazawam today about that, man. It just seems like our people don't want to lean to the Most High because they got it figured out. We don't want to confess to each other. Why? Because we got it figured out.
Yeah, King.
You know what I'm saying? Well, if you got it figured out, then you wouldn't be going through what you're going through. But because you don't got it figured out, hey, that's why you go through what you go through.
That's right. This is the book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 12, verse 9. And it reads, and he said unto me, my grace is sufficient for thee.
He said, my grace. Hey, Hamashiach said, my grace is sufficient for thee. Go ahead.
For my strength is made perfect in weakness.
Hey, so he said his strength is made perfect when you are weak, when you admit and confess with your mouth and believe in your heart that the Most High is going to have enough strength for you, bro. Right? Go ahead.
Slakia. For my strength is made perfect in weakness. Most gladly, therefore, will I rather glory in my infirmities,
in my weaknesses, right? In my distresses, in my times of trouble and anguish. Go ahead.
that the power of Hamashiach may rest upon me.
So when you strong and you got it figured out, guess what? Guess who power not resting on you? Hamashiach, but then guess who power is on you though?
The spiritual demon Satan.
Right? Hey, watch. I'm gonna pull it out, bro.
Yeah, God.
I'm gonna go ahead. Hey, stay right there.
God.
Watch this. Watch this. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 4 and verse 4. And Abel, he also brought the firstlings of his flock and of the fat thereof. And the Lord had respect unto Abel and to his offering. But unto Cain and to his offering he had not respect. And Cain was wroth and his countenance fell, right? Because this is what we talking about, right?
Yep.
When we got it figured out, right? Because Cain had it figured out. I'm going to give him this offering and not this offering. When the Most High clearly told him Give me this offering right here. Nah, he was good, man. Right? So he says, so watch this. And Yahweh said unto Cain, why art thou wroth? And why thy countenance fallen? If thou doest well, shalt thou not be accepted? So whether you're keeping the commandments and go by what I told you to go by,
Right.
will you be accepted? Right? Because that's what that's talking about when you weak. He says, and if thou doest not well, sin lieth at the door, and unto thee shall be his desire, and thou shalt rule over him. So you're going to desire that sin, brother. You're going to desire that wickedness. You're going to desire to go off. Why? Because you got it figured out. Go back from the top of 2 Corinthians 12 and verse 9. Come watch. You got it figured out.
This is the book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 12, verse 9. And it reads, and he said unto me, my grace is sufficient for thee.
Hamashiach said his grace is sufficient for thee. So if you're leaning on Hamashiach's grace, brother, doing the will of the Most High and knowing that you don't got it figured out, I'm just going to give my best offering like Abel, and I'm going to lean on that grace because I know it's not good enough. Because you never can go far enough in Sirach. Go ahead.
For my strength is made perfect in weakness.
In weakness. So you have to keep yourself vulnerable to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Go ahead.
Most gladly, therefore, will I rather glory in my infirmities.
Go ahead.
That the power of Hamashiach may rest upon me.
So when you glory, when you are weak, and you know you have to lean and depend on Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, then he's going to rest upon you. Go ahead.
Therefore, I take pleasure in infirmities,
right,
and reproaches,
right,
and necessities,
and necessity of having to have the Father and the Son. Go ahead.
And persecutions,
right,
and distresses for Hamashiach's sake,
right.
For when I am weak, then I am strong.
When I am weak, then I am strong, right? Hey, let's go to Sirach chapter 40 and verse 1. Right? Because he already knew that we was going to fall into these diverse lusts, man. Right? He knew that we are going to fall into these things. That's why he gave you all these scriptures for your learning, right? For your understanding, to be a comfort, right? Like bro always bring out the scripture, right? The scriptures are for your comfort, right? Because at the end of the day, if you don't have the scriptures, right, then what? Then you don't have that comfort. Then you don't have it for your learning, right? So you have to continue to strive and lean upon the scriptures, right? The book of Sirach, chapter 40 and verse 1, right?
Block you.
Oh, you all right, King? Sirach, chapter 40, verse 1.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 40, verse 1, and it reads, great travail is created for every man.
What did he just say?
Great travail is created for every man.
Hey, let me show you what what great travail is, man, right? Because, hey, sometimes you got to know, man, when the Most High saying stuff, man. Travail, right? It says painful or laborious effort, ordeal, trial, tribulation, trials and tribulations, trouble, hardship. I ain't got to go no further. Right? He said it's created for every man, brother.
Every man.
Every man.
Yep. And in heavy yoke is upon the sons of Adam.
And a heavy yoke is upon the sons of Adam. Go ahead.
From the day that they go out of their mother's womb till the day that they return to the mother of all things.
Please reread that part because that is major. It said from when? The day that what?
It says from the day that they go out of their mother's womb.
The Most High said that he made a great travail and a heavy yoke on the sons of Adam from the day you go out of your mother's womb, brother.
Damn, bro.
That's deep, bro.
Yeah,
so
it is.
So if you think that that when you're not that you're weak, you're always weak. Always. You don't
Oh,
have it figured out, Israel. Go ahead,
don't
King. So
till
don't give a
the
damn how many precepts you know. Don't give
right
a damn how well you think you're doing, how much work you doing, how many commandments that you keeping. I don't care how many high holy days you done did on time. You done figured it out. You done counted the days. You going by the Gregorian or non-Gregorian. I don't give a damn. He said, every man. Great travail created for every man from the day they left their mother's womb. Till when, brother?
till the day that they return to the mother of all things.
Go ahead.
The imagination of things to come and the day of death.
Right?
Trouble their thoughts
Trouble their thoughts and what?
and cause fear of heart
Go ahead.
from him that sitteth on a throne of glory unto him that is humbled in earth and ashes.
He said, unto him that is humble. You got to be humble in this thing, man.
You gotta be humble.
You got to be humble, man. That's the only way, brother. Because otherwise, once again, what I just said, you got it figured out.
Yep.
You don't have to lean on the Most High. Right? Right? Keep going.
Verse 4. From him that weareth purple and a crown unto him that is clothed with a linen flock.
Right? And we can sit there, right? And
Yeah.
that's what he's just saying, man. Right? At the end of the day, you have to lean on the Most High, brother. You have to. Right? You have to. Right?
Have to.
So give me the book of Jeremiah 6 and 16, man. So, now we know, man, we can't get weary. Now we got to come back to our way, man. We got to come back to what we used to do, our first love, man. Right before we were regenerated, right before anything was happening, we got to come back, man. Right? Jeremiah 6 and 16.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 6, and verse 16, and it reads, Thus saith the Lord, stand ye in the ways, Slakia. Thus saith the Lord, stand ye in the ways and see, and ask for the old paths.
You got to ask the Most High, man, where was the old path, man? Right? Go ahead.
Where is the good way?
Where's the good way? Go ahead.
And walk therein.
You got to walk therein. Go ahead.
And ye shall find rest for your souls.
So you won't get weary, because once you find the bosom of the Most High, right? When you underneath the wing of the Most High and you in that safe haven, then you'll find rest for your souls. Because why?
But they said, we will not walk therein.
Why? Because I got it figured out. I don't need to walk in that path. I already got it figured out. I don't need your path. I'm going to forge my own path. How about that? Right? Go ahead.
Verse 17. Also, I set watchmen over you, saying, hearken to the sound of the trumpet.
That means you don't know it all. I don't care how long you've been in this truth, 30, 40, 10, 5, a minute, right? That's the parable of the penny. Like the Most High is going to deem fit with his grace and mercy who's going to make the kingdom, right? So I don't care how long you've been in this thing, man. The Most High got watchmen over you. Humble down, like we just read, right? Earth and dust and ashes, right? And go ahead.
But they said, we will not hearken.
That's what our people say. They get built up in this thing. They get them precepts flowing. Oh, I got it figured out. I don't need my brother, right? Go ahead.
Therefore, hear, ye nations, and know, O congregation, what is among them.
Right?
Hear, O earth. Behold, I will bring evil upon this people.
And that's what we're going through with the curses, man. We done got evil upon us, man. Why? Because we got to figure it out. We done got so tired, we settled, man. We got so tired, we settled. That's why you can't get weary in this thing. Because, hey, when you get to a certain point of exhaustion, right? It's just like, have you ever saw the movie Matrix, right?
Yeah.
And they had Morpheus sitting in a chair.
Yep.
Right? And Morpheus was doing well. The hell with you. They headbutt. He's spitting in their face, right?
Yep.
In that point, right before your boy Neo came on the helicopter, right?
Yep.
And he was wore down. He was down, sinking in the seat. Why he got weary, man? We got
Yeah.
weary. We can't get weary, man. Right? So
That
watch
that,
this.
that kind of go. Oh, matter of
Oh,
fact,
go ahead, King. Go ahead.
no, that go into when the Peter that crossed the with the Most High told him to
Oh,
walk on the
yup.
Yeah.
water.
That's
And
right.
when
Huh.
he start, you know what I mean? That faith left, and he start sinking.
Mm.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
right.
That's how it worked. Yeah.
And his faith got weary.
His faith got worried, man. That's how important faith is. And Yahweh Shah was
Mm.
showing. Matter of fact, we might have to bring that out. But go
Come.
ahead,
Yeah,
King.
Khan.
Right? Go ahead and finish that up.
Even the fruit of their thoughts, because they have not hearkened unto my words,
Mm.
nor to my law,
Nor to my laws.
but rejected it.
But did what?
But rejected
See,
it.
and that shows you that when you get weary, you will settle. And when you settle, what do we normally settle? We normally settle to reject the law. That's
That's
what we
right.
end up settling. When we get weary, we don't get weary as far as like going out and doing the work and stuff like that. No, we end up
No,
putting our corners on the commandments. And that's the wages of sin is what, brother?
it's death.
Right? Right? So hey, let's bring out the brother precept, right?
Khan.
Right? Because hey, Peter faith got weary, right? Peter
Yeah.
faith got weary, brother. And that's the last thing that you want.
Yeah.
Right?
That's right, King.
And you don't want anything can get weary, but you don't want your faith to get weary, man.
That's right.
Because your faith get weary, and that day is going to be a long night, brother.
It's gonna be a long day. Yep.
Right? Um, we can start at Matthew chapter 14. We can start at verse 22.
Khan.
Context.
14:22.
Yep.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 14, verse 22. And it reads, and straightway, Yahushua constrained his disciples to get into a ship and to go before him onto the other side, while he sent the multitudes away.
Right?
And when he had sent the multitudes away, he went up into a mountain apart to pray. And when the evening was come, he was there alone.
Mhm.
But the ship was now in the midst of the sea, tossed with waves, for the wind was contrary.
And Salakia, and that show you right because like we're man, listen, we're in the midst. Every day we go out, bro, we're in the midst of wolves, or we in the midst of these waves, brother.
That's
We're
right.
tossed with these waves all around us. This is why we have to endure this thing, brother, and we have to have faith. And Yahweh Shah was showing it. This is a proving of your faith right here. Go ahead, King.
Verse 25. And in the fourth watch of the night, Yahushua went unto them, walking on the sea.
Mm.
And when the disciples saw him walking on the sea, they were troubled.
They was like, hold up, man. What was you know what I mean? They start thinking like, wait a minute. But yo, Yahweh Shah was fully in the spirit, bro. He went
God,
up there to pray. He was in the spirit right now. Go ahead, King.
saying, it is a spirit. And they cried out for fear.
See?
But straightway Yahushua spake unto them, saying, be of good cheer. It is I. Be not afraid.
Hey, they didn't even know how to pay. They, you know what I mean? They was, hey, listen, they was like, yo, hold up, man. This is getting too, this is too much. You know what I'm saying? Because they didn't know. Yo, I'm gonna tell you something, bro. I want to tell you something. They walked with Yahweh Shah.
Right.
They saw these miracles,
That's
but
right,
yet
King.
they still was messed up when this stuff was going on, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When this had them like, wait, ooh, man, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead, King.
And Peter answered him and said, Lord, if it be thou, bid me come unto thee on the water. And
Mm.
he said, come. And when Peter was come down out of
So hold up, Salakia. So he showed that he had some faith in Yahweh Shah, right? You see that, right? He said, yo, if
Mhm.
it be, read that part one more time, King.
It says, and Peter answered him and said, Lord, if it be thou, bid me come unto thee on the water.
Right? Because he knew that Yahweh Shah, okay, if that's Yahweh Shah, I know he can He got powers. I'm gonna have faith in him. I trust him, right? So this is Peter trusting him. He got faith, right? And this is what we got to be careful with. Go ahead, King.
And he said, "Come." And when Peter was come down out of the ship, he walked on the water to go to Yahushua.
And pay attention because he walked on the water, right? So he's walking and he's looking towards Yahweh right now. You understand? And this is what we have to do. You understand? We gotta look towards Yahweh. Don't turn right, left, up, or down. We gotta continue to go endure this thing and follow Hamashiach Yahweh because we are the Christians. We are
Con,
the ones that follow Yahweh.
that's right.
Yahweh kept the law, statutes, and commandments perfectly, and our job is to be perfect as He was. You understand? That's a listen. We can try to do that forever. You know what I'm saying?
Con,
And we might not be as perfect as him, but we always have to look towards being perfect. We got
that's
a
right.
forever job.
That's right, King.
There's no stopping for us. Like but there's no wall in front of us because we trying to be
Con,
like Yahweh. So keep going, King.
con. But when he saw the wind boisterous, how you say that?
Right? Yep. Boisterous.
He was afraid.
See that? But see when you start seeing all this stuff going on, and you know what I mean, you might have, yeah, we got to endure out there. You know what I'm saying? He was afraid, like, oh man, pay attention, keep going, King.
And beginning to sink,
Right?
he
Because his
he
faith was going. Right? His faith started going, start it started being a little wary, and he started like, you know what I mean? Like, hey, we got to continue. Go ahead, King.
he cried, saying, "Lord, save me."
He said, what?
He cried, saying, "Lord, save me."
Right? Because now he feel like he's going down. You know what I'm saying? And because he didn't keep looking, he was what did how he said? Don't let your faith you wait. Oh, how you say it, King? Um,
Um,
Oh,
not waddle. Waver.
waver.
waiver, yeah,
Yeah.
waiver, yeah.
Right, right. You can't let your faith waver, go ahead, King.
Verse 31. And immediately Yahushua stretched forth his hand and caught him and said unto him, O thou of little faith, wherefore didst thou doubt? And when they were come into the ship, the wind ceased.
Uh,
Then they that were in the ship came and worshipped him, saying, Of a truth thou art the Son of Yahweh.
right. You see that? Now he had see what I'm saying? Now he said that okay, now it's true that you are. But he wasn't he even though he thought he was sure, he wasn't really sure. Right? And let's go back to first James 1:6 real quick one more time
Uh,
because to go into that wavering. Go ahead, one more
uh,
time, King. James
uh.
1:6.
Book of James, chapter 1 and verse 6.
Watch, go ahead, King.
And it reads, But let him ask in faith, not wavering,
Nothing wavering, right?
nothing wavering. For he that wavereth is like a wave of the sea driven with the wind and tossed.
See that that when you start wavering, when your faith is off and you waver, brother, you can be tossed away from this thing, brother. So a lot of people that you see fail, they really don't have that faith, brother. They really don't have faith in the Most High, and you're gonna fall. You're gonna sink. You're gonna sink, brother. Right?
Ah,
Go ahead. You know what I mean? Yeah,
Hey,
that's it, King. Hey,
but
and that's verse 8. That's a double-minded man.
double
con,
minded man. Yeah,
con.
that's
Right?
right.
Go ahead, King.
Hey, and that's a beautiful point that you made up with the beautiful story. Because hey, once you said that, you can't waver, right?
Right.
And I started thinking of another story. Give me the book of Numbers, chapter 21 and verse 4,
Mm.
right? Because hey, it goes back to when we are weak and then he's strong, right, bro? Another account, bro. Like, and it's always Israel. It's always our patience. It's always our faith. It's always our strength. Like we always allow our strength and our patience to waver in our faith, right? But watch this, Numbers 21 and 4.
This is the book of Numbers, chapter 21, verse 4, and it reads, and they journey from Mount Hor
Yep.
by the way of the Red Sea to compass the land of Edom,
Right.
and the soul of the people was much discouraged because of the way.
Hey, and sometimes the Most High will make us go a longer journey just so we can endure something, right? Because he said, "He that do what endureth to the
The
end,
end
then the same shall be
thing shall
saved."
be saved.
You see what I'm saying? So this is just another account of when we had to endure a walk. And we already, if you go up one verse, you see that we just defeated, he delivered us from the Canaanites and then
Con,
delivered us before that from the Egyptians, two
con,
mighty nations. But yet we still complaining and whining, begging and groping and moaning, right? Not being what I brought out in Deuteronomy 28:47, and the
con.
grateful in the one of all things, thankful in the one of all things. But watch this. Verse 5.
And the people spake against Yahweh.
And when you lose faith, whether you even speak or not, once you lose faith, you're literally speaking against Yahweh because you don't believe in him. So now you believe in something else, the spiritual demon Satan, because the Most High don't do that middle ground. You either believe in him or believe in another entity. Watch this. Keep going.
And against Moses, wherefore have ye brought us up out of Egypt to die in the wilderness? For there is no bread, neither is there any water.
And they ain't even realize that they had the bread of life and the everlasting water, that they would never eat nor thirst ever again, right? But they just didn't see it. Watch this.
And our soul loatheth this light bread.
Go ahead.
And the Lord sent fiery serpents
Right?
among
Among the what?
among the people, and they bit the people. And much people of Israel died.
Much
And
people what?
Salakia. Okay.
Much people of Israel died.
Come on, man. Go ahead.
God, and
Therefore,
those serpents, oh Salaki, and those serpents are these other nations that the Most High sent to us today,
Huh.
which we're
Hey,
waiting for him to free us from these serpents. That go
right?
into John 3:16, and it goes into Luke 1:4, 1:68. Okay, King.
Hey. And ultimately, when we get tired though, and we get weary, what do we end up doing? What do we end up transgressing?
the law.
The law. Give me the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 33 and verse 2. Right? Because yeah, those serpents killed them and they died, but we know according to Romans 6:23, the wages of sin is what?
Death.
Death, right? So you denounced the Most High, you were murmuring against the Most High, so now you're serving another God, which is yourself, which is component murmuring. So watch what happened. Deuteronomy 33 and 2. Watch this.
This book of Deuteronomy, chapter 33, verse 2, and it reads, and he said, the Lord came from Sinai
Yep.
and rose up from Seir unto them. He shined forth from Mount Paran,
Yep.
and he came with 10,000 of saints. From his right hand went a fiery law for them.
So hey, they were getting bit by that law too, like bro said. So when he sent other nations against us, and he said that. He said he used other nations as a whooping stick,
That's
as a
right.
chastisement mechanism. So when
Yep.
we getting killed by Esau and we get mad at Esau, no, get mad at yourself because
Yep.
you're transgressing the law, and all
That's
you're
right.
doing is getting a judgment. See, we
That's
have to,
right.
as a people, we have to not get weary, and we have to continue to endure this law, continue to endure this work, continue in having the faith and the law, and the with the grace. He said, faith without works is dead. So you
That's
can't
right.
just keep the law and have no faith, or do the work and have not keep the law. Like they all work hand in hand, right? So when they were getting bit in the wilderness, they literally were transgressing the law. So yeah, when you sending the Canaanites at them, the Egyptians at them, right? The Edom, we went through Edom, so the Edomites were coming at them. They weren't just walking past these nations.
Right.
These nations knew who we were. So we were getting punished because we were transgressing the law. Right now, go back to that verse
20,
7. Verse
verse
7.
7. This book of Numbers, chapter 21, verse 7, and it reads, therefore the people came to Moses and said, we have sinned
right?
For we have spoken against the Lord.
See, and that's what I'm saying. When we get weary, we begin to sin. We go to hell off. Let's be real,
Con,
brother. We go off.
con.
So now you
And
have
he
to go and
and this
confess.
another con,
Go
this
ahead, King.
another example of his mercy.
Come
You
on, brother.
understand? He said, "What we have sinned." Right? And this is what we have to do today. We have to confess our sins, right? And then he'll take those fiery serpents from us.
Come
But
on, man.
Yahweh Shah is that redeemer of our sins,
Right?
right? We say we have sinned because we have to confess first, right?
Come,
We have to believe in Hamashiach Yahweh Shah.
come.
So they believe that if they looked upon that serpent, that they will be healed.
Come on
We
now.
have to look towards Yahweh Shah. We gotta
Right?
believe that we shall be healed
Right?
from him, that he's going to free us from our enemies and wash away our sins. That's the example that John 3:14 and 16 is talking about. But go ahead, King.
And but that was also the example that you had read when it came to Peter sinking, right?
There
Because
you
he
go.
still had to look to Yahweh Shai
There you go, King. Without turning, without
without
turning.
turning. And then he
It's the
said, "Yes,
same
you
thing.
are, you are,
Mm,
you are that true Son of
hmm.
God."
There
So
you
we
go.
still, and all these examples are still all leaning back to what we're saying. But watch, keep going. Watch this.
And against thee pray unto the Lord that he take away the serpents from us. And Moses prayed for the people.
And that's what you got to do for your brother. You got to pray one for another, right? James 5, right?
That's right,
You got to
brother.
confess because first they confess to their brother, and then now their brother are going to pay for them that
There
they
you
can
go.
be healed. Watch this.
Come on.
And the Lord said unto Moses, make thee a fiery serpent, and set it upon a pole. And it shall come to pass that everyone that is bitten, when he looketh upon it, shall live.
And that was the Son of Man, man. So that's it, man. Right? Because we already know after
And
that he did it.
we keep saying this, King. Let's go to I'm gonna read this real quick. Philippians chapter 4 and verse 13. It says, I can do all things through Christ, which strengthen me.
Come on now.
Right? So we can if we can do all things through Christ that strengthen because they love this verse. People love using this verse, but yet they say that they can't keep the commandments. That Christ came and put his life down for you to sin.
Come on, man.
That makes
Doesn't
no
make
sense.
sense.
It
No
don't.
sense at all. I gotta figure that out.
Come
I
on, man.
gotta figure out what they're thinking, man. Got to.
Right?
You
So
gonna be figuring that out all your life, man. I'm
I
telling you.
guess so, brother.
so what? So we got to come to the solution, right? To the he said, now, what is the conclusion, right? Give
Right.
me Matthews 11 and 28, man. Right? We got to come back to what we've been saying all night. We got to come back to the Messiah, man. To the Father through the Messiah. We got to come back to the Father through the Messiah, right? Because he said that, hey, you know what I'm saying? When you are weak, I am strong. So we got to come back to the strong one, right? We gotta confess all of our faults to the strong one so he can mediate for us and hopefully be the propitiation for our transgressions. Because it all goes back to sin. At the end of the day, we know all of it goes back to when you get weary, you begin to cut corners on that law. But watch this.
Matthew's.
Chapter 11 and verse 28.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 11, verse 28, and it reads, come unto me, all ye that labor
See, I
and
love
are
that though, but I love that part. He said, come all to me, all of ye that labor. So if you ain't laboring, I know you ain't coming. Because you don't believe, you don't have faith, you don't love the Most High, right? But he said, all you that labor, come to me, right? Go ahead,
and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest.
right?
Take my yoke upon you and learn of me, for I am meek and lowly in heart, and ye shall find rest unto your souls.
Right? So we got to be meek and lowly heart because he said he's meek and lowly at heart. And if he is the perfect example, our big brother, then we got to be meek and lowly of heart. Go ahead.
For my yoke is easy and my burden is light.
And his burden is light, man, right? Because, hey, at the end of the day, man, we got to continue. We have to continue to follow the way of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. How do we know? Isaiah 40 and 28 through 31. right? Because at the end of the day, we got to go by the perfect example, man. The perfect example.
You said Isaiah 40?
Yep, in verse 28.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 40 and verse 28, and it reads, Hast thou not known?
Have you not known what he said?
Hast thou not heard
Have you had not ears to hear? What?
that the everlasting Yahweh, the Lord, the creator of the ends of the earth, fainteth not,
He does what?
fainteth not,
Because he said, "Be ye perfect, as your Father in heaven is what."
perfect.
So if he don't faint, then what we can do? Can't-
We can't faint.
We can't faint. Come on,
Nope.
man. Bring that back out, brother. Bring that back out.
Hast thou not known? Hast thou not heard that the everlasting Yahweh, the Lord, the creator of the ends of the earth, fainteth not, neither is weary,
Neither is what?
neither is weary.
Oh man. Now you see why Yahushua got it. Go ahead.
There is no searching of his understanding.
Mm.
He giveth power to the faint,
He give you power if you get tired. Go ahead.
and to them that have no might, he increaseth strength.
Now you see the reason why he said you got to go ahead and lean on him when you get weak, then you're strong. Go ahead.
Even the youth shall faint and be weary,
Right?
and the young men shall utterly fall.
So, because what did he say? Your elders for their wisdom and the youth for their strength. But it just told you right there, even the young man shall utterly fall. Go ahead.
But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength.
Right?
They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint.
They shall walk and not faint, man. Right? Because we can't get weary, man. We cannot get weary, brother. Right? So I got a few more precepts. Give me Jeremiah 31 and 25 through 28.
21,
31,
31.
right? Because we cannot faint, man. We cannot faint.
Verse
25.
Con. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 31, verse 25. And it reads, For I have
Satiated.
satiated the weary soul,
And satiated means full. Full or filled. So I filled the weary soul, right? The Most High have filled the weary soul. What else?
and I have replenished every sorrowful soul.
Right? So if you sorrowful, right? Because sometimes we get weary because of sorrow. Right? Sometimes we get real sorrowful. And then we get weary, man. Right? I think that's in Sirach 26 when he says that. The sorrow, lonely sorrow, and the sorrow of a woman is the worst sorrow to have, right? So
Con.
a sorrow mind or a heavy mind is bad. That's being sorrowful, right? Watch, go ahead.
Verse 26.
Yep.
Upon this I wake
Right?
and beheld, and my sleep was sweet unto me.
Right? Because he said, I've replenished you. So his sleep was sweet to him. Watch, go ahead.
Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will show the house of Israel and the house of Judah with the seed of man and with the seed of beasts.
Go ahead.
And it shall come to pass that, like as I have watched over them,
Because we ain't
to
got to
pluck
worry
up.
about nothing. He keeps watching over us, so we don't have to worry about nothing. All we got to worry about is keeping the laws, statutes, and commandments and doing the will of the Most High. Other than that, we ain't got to worry about nothing. But we put too much on our plate. But watch this.
To pluck up and to break down
He plug up and break down. Go ahead.
and to throw down and to destroy and to afflict
And to do what?
and to afflict
So when you going through all your affliction, guess who did it? Yahweh
the most.
Bashir, Yahweh Shai. Come
That's
on,
right.
man. Come on, man. Watch this.
So will I watch over them to build, to plant, save the Lord.
Saith the Lord, right? And that's it, man. He the one. He the one that built us in the plant. Like we always say. You know what I'm saying? We go out there and we sow the word, man.
Yeah, con.
So I got to make sure that thing is in fertile ground and then give it to somebody else to cultivate it, water it, and most high willing and grow that thing, right? Right? So hey, we can't do our will. We got to do the will of the Most High, man. Right? Hey, give me Psalms 73 and 26, right? Because we got to wait on the Most High to fill us up. We got to wait on the Most High to get us back together.
Right?
Because if we don't, then hey, we're gonna fall off, man.
That's right, King.
We got it figured out.
Yeah, that's so they say.
Yeah, now I'm Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai.
Oh, man. Book of Psalms, chapter 73, verse 26.
Yep.
My flesh and my heart faileth.
What did he just say?
My flesh and my heart faileth.
So he letting you know, King David letting you know, my heart and my flesh faileth. And this is the man that was after Yahweh's heart. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
But Yahweh is the strength of my heart.
See, hey, he's told you flat out that you got to be weak so you will have your true strength out. Because watch this.
And my portion forever.
And my portion forever, right? Hey, and then I got one more precept, and then that'll be all for me, man. Give me the book of Philippians chapter 4, verse 6 through 9. Because, hey, he said, Yahweh is my portion and my strength. He didn't say I'm my portion and my strength. He didn't say I got it figured out. King David didn't say, hey, look, even though I've killed tens of thousands, who can stop me? Right? Even though I got this vast kingdom, who can take it from me? Right? He didn't say that. He said, Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai is my portion, man. Right? So watch this.
The Philippians.
Chapter 4, verse 6 through 9.
This is the book of Philippians, chapter 4, verse 6. Be careful for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your...
Hey, and Salaki King, he said, I love that. He said, be careful for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving. That goes back to that Deuteronomy 28:47. You got to be thankful. We got to be grateful in the want of all things, man. Right? Wait, bring that out from the top again. That's mighty, man.
This is the book of Philippians, chapter 4, verse 6. Be careful for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known unto Yahweh.
Come on now.
And in the peace of Yahweh,
because He's gonna be your peace. Go ahead.
Which passeth all understanding.
You don't even understand that if you just stick to the script, man. Like we said, the Holy Scriptures, if you stick to the script, brother, you can't be led astray.
Can't. Shall keep your hearts and minds through Hamashiach Yahushai.
Because I was just talking to Brother Shia just a minute ago. I could see it on his face. I'm like, dang, bro. He's like, yeah, man, Babylon. I'm like, yeah, because he just told you. He will keep your hearts and your mind through Hamashiach Yahushai. Right? Keep going. Watch this.
Finally, brethren, whatsoever things are true, whatsoever things are honest, whatsoever things are just, whatsoever things are pure,
right?
Whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things are of good report, if there be any virtue, and if there be any praise, think on these things.
And that's all the law, man. That's that law. That's that perfect law. Psalms 19 and 7, right? Anything that is true, honest, just, pure, lovely, good, right, bro? Come on, bro. That's the law. That's the law, brother. He's literally speaking on the law. Paul literally just was talking about the law. But watch this.
Those things which ye have both learned and received and heard and seen in me, do.
Come on, because Paul taught nothing but the perfect way of the law, man. According to Acts chapter 21, right? In the last couple verses in the beginning of 22, right? Go ahead.
And the Yahweh of peace shall be with you.
Hey, so if you do these things, then the Yahweh, our power, right? Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is gonna be with you, right? So we pray that somebody was touched with this lesson. We pray through the power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai that somebody was reached with this lesson. Hey, and we thank everybody that support us and listen to us. We'd like to thank you, man. All praise to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. My name is Ariyah.
Brother Tazwan.
Brother Hoshaya.
Hey, man, we want to say, hey, Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom.